What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This is a channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And today, we're talking about if you're born with the sun in Cancer. And if you're not born with the sun in Cancer, you guys still pay close attention so you can see how each planet in Zodiac has different roles and characteristics. But either way, moving on, man. When we talk about the sun in Cancer applies to people that's born from June the 21st to July the 23rd. But this do depend on the year. And also, before we even move into talk about the sun being in Cancer, we need to know what is Cancer. You know what I'm saying? And what Cancer controls as a zodiac. You get what I'm saying? So Cancer is the native ruler of the fourth house and being natively ruled by the moon. So what we know about Cancer, and not only that, it's a cardinal water. So what we can hear there is it's based off of feelings and emotions during there twice. So we already could see that Cancer is out the gate sensible. You know what I'm saying? Very sensitive. That's how I meant to say it. You know what I mean? So when we looking at the sun being placed in Cancer, this is based off of in this sense, instead of the moon being there, which is the native ruler, it's the sun instead. So we got to remember these two different mixes of energy. So not to confuse you with a Cancer ascendant or a Cancer moon sign, this is where it's different at with the sun being in Cancer, because now this is how you basically taking action towards things. So you still based off of your native planet, your native ruler and stuff like that, but that's based off the energy that comes with Cancer. Remember that. You know what I mean? So anytime we think about how these people act as Cancer, being born with sun in Cancer, you will have a very strong survival instinct. You know what to do to get anything protected and done at home. You know what I mean? When it comes to home, you got that foundated. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes down to how you even bring people into your home and how you even treat yourself. Now, one thing about y'all very sensitive. So it's like y'all gonna make sure y'all got the nicest things for yourself without it being in a way that being seen that everyone sees it, and you know what I'm saying, try to take in on that sensible point of your life. But listen, see, this is the reason why it's represented with the crowd, because later on you will learn that due to you have this type of stuff that you like and stuff, even down to like things that Cancer's lean the clinch on is like historic stuff. You know what I mean? Because you know this is based off of how the home was founded. So this would be like souvenirs, antiques, photos. I'm talking about these would be the type of people that don't want to let none of that stuff be gone. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like this is what y'all be attached to. So whether it's even going outside the home, like outside to the public area, or whether it's being inside your home still being attached to something, as a Cancer, you find yourself being very attached to stuff. So it's just like how that shell is attached to your back, right? It's coming with you regardless. Now, the thing is about a Cancer is you have to strengthen your shell. So as being born with sun in Cancer, your life might not start out as easy. You know what I mean? You may feel like you always getting hurt. You always in your feelings. And you always may feel like it's a time where you have to just get out of the area because people keep hurting your feelings. That is quite natural. You get what I'm saying? Because just like the crowd, you know what I'm saying? It could go from the beach sand to the water. But one thing about it, it knows is it can't be in the water all day and it can't be on the sand all day. You get what I'm saying? So as what I'm saying is, that is the way that Cancer work. Let yourself work that way, because what you're doing is building a stronger shell to where you're able to take more criticism and stuff. So like one of the biggest fears for a Cancer, sun in Cancer, is criticism. So like that's like being the sun being blasted on you. It's almost like creating an eclipse with your native energy. You get what I'm saying? So with you being natively ruled by the moon, it's like your feelings and stuff. You don't really want this to be brought to the light all the time. You know what I mean? And then you got the sun just beaming it there. It's like, dang, no matter what I do, somebody always see the soft side of me. Like, you know what I mean? You always get caught with your teddy bear or something like that, and people that shouldn't seen it. Like, that's what happens, you know. But you often learn as you growing throughout life to not even be so sensible, you know what I mean, but learn how to utilize it to a point that now when people is at a point in life they need nurturing, you're there. You know what I mean? Because that's what literally y'all there from, to help build that home. No one can build the home foundation like the Cancer can. So remember that. Use that energy inside of that. You know what I mean? To overcome things. So like, boom. When we looking at it now, as each life and go by, you can see that the attachments that you have, you're growing stronger with them. So it's just like the 6 and the 9 being represented. Like, it's so much breakdown the Cancer energy, you guys. Like, to that we could go even back to Greek mythology and all that. When they say Hercules fought the little 3 warriors, one of them was a crab. You know what I mean? And this was based off of symbolism. And like I tell y'all every time, people like to take it and turn it to man or whatever. But no matter what, when we look at history and we look at the infinite, and it's always talking about the 6 and the 9 and da-da-da, you know what I mean? Or talking about a crowd in this type of sense. It's literally talking about Cancer. You know what I mean? The type of stuff that's going on with it. So being that Cancer is such powerful in that nature, it's like you still have to grow to it though. See, so like I like to tell people, when it comes with power, you have to grow to that power. You know what I mean? It's not going to just come easy, especially the more power it is to obtain. So at the end of the day, Cancers literally vibe off their feelings. Like, I literally can't explain it no better, to the point that even in a situation or a place that they're about to go to, I'm telling y'all, if they don't feel right about this person, they're not going around them. If they don't feel right about this place, they're not going to it. If they don't feel like this is a good situation they should be in, they're going to get up out of it. They're going to back up out of it. Just like when a hermit crab gets tired of his shell, when his shell is too small. So at the end of the day, y'all got to remember, although they love to be home, love to be compact, still at the end of the day, son, being a Cancer, you still need your own space to be able to shed, to be able to grow outside that shell. So remember that. Don't be scared. Don't let fear control you. Because like I just told you, natively, you kind of is fear of people seeing this, because this is what you're based off of. So don't let no one necessarily change you. This is what we be saying. This is what people mean by it. But not that. Don't use this. Don't you be using this stuff as no excuse. Be like, oh, my feelings always get hurt because I'm a Cancer. Don't use that stuff, man. I hate when people do that. You know what I mean? But use it for being like, you know what, I am a Cancer, so bro, I might be in my feelings a little too much. It might not even be that serious. You know what I mean? And that kind of will help you with the thoughts of getting yourself up out of that water. AKA like the crabs sometimes need to come up out of the water. And another thing is, also don't get to the point where people draining you so much from the water that you be dry of your emotion, because you're thinking that you're protecting yourself. You're thinking that this is the shell that you need. So now you're pushing away everyone that when it come down to emotional stuff, because you don't want to hear nothing about it. But this is where your superpowers rely at. So at the end of the day, man, this is what we here for. This is what we got each other for. To teach each other how to utilize energy. And not only that, it's always good from other signs' perspective of how they look at you, especially according to the sun. So that is like some deep thinking, y'all. But basically, that's all I want to break down. On that note, we finna move on to the field files. You already know, and that's Leo. So if you already tuned into this, you made it this far in the video, still tune into every other sign, bro. It's not like because you know this and heard this from one person that's all it is. You know what I mean? Everyone has deeper and deeper stuff that they know about things, and that's the reason why we all here, to start putting these pieces to the puzzle together and start getting things built like we supposed to. That's why it's called the universe. You know what I'm saying? All our music, our music being our frequency, our vibration being pushed together. And man, y'all know that's all I'm gonna say for today, man. And I'm wrapping it up. OG Drip, I'm out.